Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to AABN's 209th weekly webinar series. We are delighted to have you join us for what promises to be a thought-provoking and solution-driven session. Let me begin by expressing a sincere gratitude to the core committee members of AABN, whose collaboration with the task force has been instrumental in organizing today's event. This webinar series continues to be a dynamic platform bringing together small business owners, lenders, technical assistance providers, government officials, and members of the academic community. It's a space where diverse perspectives converge to explore entrepreneurial challenges and uncover innovative solutions. Today's theme, Turning Trash into Treasure, the Tamil Nadu Waste Management Forum speaks, could not be more timely. As sustainability becomes a central concern for communities and businesses alike, we are honored to host two distinguished speakers who have been at the forefront of waste management, social impact, and technological innovation. Let me first introduce Dr. K. Veerapadman, a seasoned development consultant, social work educator, and tireless waste management advocate. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Veerapadman has made significant contributions to community development, tribal welfare, and CSR initiatives. He holds a BA in sociology, an MSW in community development, and a PhD in psychology and social work from Bangalore University. He is currently serving as a lecturer at Christ University and secretary of the Tamil Nadu Waste Management Forum. He is also the founder of the Save Tirupur movement. His work spans consultancy roles with organizations like Unnati, Dear Trust, Grace, WOW, and Voice for India. From establishing livelihood projects for women in Tirupur and Bangalore to supporting war-affected children in Sri Lanka, his impact is both deep and wide-ranging. Notably, he plays an active role in the BBMP East Zone Waste Management Committee, promoting sustainable recycling practices in collaboration with ITC. Our second speaker, Dr. Sridhar Harikrishnamurthy, is a pioneering biotechnologist, inventor, and eco-entrepreneur. With over 15 years of experience in clean technology and biomedical innovation, Dr. Sridhar holds a PhD in biotechnology microbiology from Manoramaniam Sundaranaar University. He is the founder and chief consultant of Orki Eco Products and the founder and CTO of Orki Technologies Chennai. Dr. Sridhar's portfolio includes 8 patents spanning compositing systems, bioplastics, phage therapy, and biomedical devices. He is the inventor of BioChest and Elegant, 2 patented in-vessel composting systems that have been successfully commercialized. His achievements include being a national finalist in Nat Geo's Shaping the Future for his homemade biopesticide innovation and developing India's first affordable quick composting machine. As a scientific advisor to VNS Enviro Biotech Private Limited, he continues to lead cutting-edge R&D in water and solid waste management. Together, these two trailblazers will offer us a rich blend of grassroots experience and scientific ingenuity, showing us how waste, when approached with vision and purpose, can truly be transformed into treasure. So without further ado, let's dive into today's session. Before I wind up, let me take this opportunity to thank Mr. Suresh Mariasalam for this, to help us to connect with both Dr. Veerapadman and Dr. Sridhar Krishnamurthy and coordinate with them to be here today. We invite you to engage, ask questions, and be part of this important conversation on sustainability and innovation. Thank you, and over to Dr. Veerapadman.
So much, sir. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Gopi sir and Suresh sir for your introduction and bring us into your fold. I am Dr. Veerapadman, as you told. So today I am going to share some new things about our waste management forum. So last 8 years we were thinking about to start forum for waste management. And simply doing waste management in some of the corporations, municipalities, town panchayat and village panchayat. The individual manner we were doing that. So in our group, we have 342 members. who are recycling waste, different waste in different area with different strategies. So we wanted to bring all the people inside the forum. So that's why last month, 27th, we started a waste management forum after consulting all the government officials, secretaries, and our recyclers and other well-wishers. So in the forum, Dr. Wilfred Davidar, our IAS, he will be a patron, and he will be guiding in taking decision and joining us with the government bodies for policy taking. And Dr. Murugesan, retired chief engineer from municipal corporation, municipal administration. He will be a technical advisor, and we are 19 people who are here in the committee. So we have clear-cut vision and mission. Hello. Okay, we have a clear vision and mission. I'm reading that for you. Our vision statement: to be a global leader in driving innovative and sustainable waste management solutions, fostering the world where waste is minimized, resources are valued, and communities thrive in a clean and healthy environment. This is our vision statement. So, followed by we have a mission statement also. Tamil Nadu Waste Management Forum is dedicated to creating an inclusive platform for collaboration, education, communities, business, and policy makers to share knowledge, develop environmentally sound practices, and promote sustainable solutions that reduce waste, enhancing the recycling practices, and protect the planet for our future generation. So this is our vision and mission statement. Uh, and then our focus is mainly concentrating in the local community. The community, without community participation, we cannot achieve it. And we are going to involve the CSR and corporate people also. It's in the forum. That's why we have included ITC, Max India, and other corporate people also. For community development, community means a group of people living together in a particular geographical area with the common sentiments to achieve common goal. This is a small definition for community. So I was working in community, tribal community, North in Gujarat, Jharkhand, Bihar, and Uttarakhand with the different communities. We have practiced so many PRA method to bring the community people inside the mainstream. We have installed schools, colleges with the help of Emmanuel Hospital Association, Chennai and Delhi, and other government tribal development project with the IAS Devidar and other people. So I am traveling with Dr. Devidar for last 34 years. So he's guiding us in taking decision, policy decision in the part of tribal welfare. So we want for community for sustain, we need to develop a community in a sustainable manner. If you want to develop a sustainable community development program, we need a community participation. Without community participation, we can achieve anything. So community participation very much needed in all the development process. Suresh sir knows very well about community participation, community contribution, everything. I am mainly concentrated, and now I am concentrated.
Looks like his link is down.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we are making a focus and definition and vision for particular community. Though vision and mission is not applicable for all the communities. So our vision mission is applicable for tribal and urban community. So if you want to make sustainable community development, our environmental should be concentrated. Our environmental final is going to affect positively and negatively, they're going to affect the community in the environment. Then social equity, social justice. So if you want to make any development in the areas, if we take, for example, in Jharkhand, Gomla, Godda, Sahibganj, Pakur, or Jharkhand district, there lot of coals are there. But we are evacuating people from there, from that district to other area. We are dislocating. So it's not scientific or community development focused project. We fight it for so many years. 7 years we fight it, and again we relocated people in the same villages, same district where they were living together. So we cannot dislocate the community for our purpose, for fulfilled our purpose. So we are totally against this dislocating the community from where they were living. So that's why we are telling social justice should be concentrated in the community development and social community. Then we have to engage the community in all our method of proper process. Even it may be community meeting, night meeting, follow-up meeting, community counseling, and PRE also participatory rural appraisal. Again, the key principles of community sustain community development, holistic approach. So I am focused on holistic, including the waste management. The holistic approach means we should concentrate education of the community, child development, women development, underprivileged people's development, and capacity building. Everything should be included. This is holistic community. Then we should have a different vision, mission for different community. And another one is a local conduct. We have to apply our policy, everything. It should be applicable in the local community. From sitting in Chennai, I cannot frame a vision mission statement to tribal development, Nilgiris, Godas, and Badgas. So we should come to the community. We should see the community. Then we have to get something from the community leaders, stakeholders, and everything. Then we have to decide the holistic development designs a project for our community. Again, we want to bring the CSR and corporate people also. So I am doing waste management in Bangalore, and Pro, Manyata Techpa, and Infosys, and other IBM also. So we want to bring the CSR people because in Bangalore, so many corporate companies are helping waste management with the help of Asirudala in group. We have group in Bangalore, Asirudala. So there people are doing waste management with the help of corporate people. So in Tamil Nadu also we want to bring them. So what are the areas the CSR can be contributed? Education. Education means constructing the school building, giving uniform and other education materials. Then healthcare, helping in the constructing the community health center and providing the vaccination for boxes to the tribal people or community people or in the local community health center. Then environmental, this is waste management, including waste management. So we want to bring the corporate people into waste management. So through corporate people, we want to educate and sensitize in the community on waste management. So without people contribution, without people participation, we cannot achieve waste management. So waste management, including the holistic approach, holistic waste management. So I cannot say I am recycling waste only cotton waste, paper waste. Then I cannot say I am doing waste management in holistic manner. Holistic waste management includes, so you are recycling or you are giving technical support or you are talking about all the waste, then you can say it's a holistic waste management. So our forum is concentrating holistic waste management. We have people in our forum, they are doing biogas from organic waste, they are taking CNG from organic waste, they are recycling plastic, and they are recycling chemical waste, e-waste. So everything, we have people, experts in our forum to give holistic waste management. And another area is economic empowerment, economic development of the community. So for economic development, we have started IGP, income generation program. In that manner only, I have started IGP program in 2008 in Christ College. There, what I have done that collecting all the classroom waste, and we have handmade paper unit in Christ University with the help of Tara Delhi. When Sheila Dishit was a chief minister of Delhi, we invited her for opening that program in Christ University. So because she started a handmade paper unit in her office, Madam Sheila Dishit. So that's why we copied from there and we started in Christ University. And the nearby community people, slum people, they will take our raw materials and they will go to their house and they will make paper bag, file, pen stand, everything. And next day they will bring it to the Christ University and will pay for it. This is the economically empowering program for slum women. And the last one, building infrastructure by a CSR. So infrastructure not, we cannot expect what government is doing. So the CSR can make, can construct a community center or community hall to bring the community people for the under one roof, and we are going to sensitizing the community on waste management and all other community development program. So our main focus is bring the community together. It may be urban community, semi-urban, rural, tribal, anywhere. So community is a community. So we want to bring them in the forum, and we are going to sensitizing the community on waste management. This is a very important topic nowadays. So I know last a lot of people in where the waste we are dumping. From there, we have selected so many people where we were burning the waste, from where we were selected some people, and we have tested. Out of 100 people, nearly 35% of the people, they have cancer. So if you see the Economic Times or other health magazines, so Karur, Erode, Salem, and Coimbatore, so the cancer patients are increasing. So if you come to Coimbatore Hospital, Kobe Medical, Kupusamy Naidu, and KG Hospital, they are enlarging the hospital, not other wards, only cancer wards. They are in their extent. They are doing extension because cancer patients are increased due to there are so many reasons for cancer, but waste management, improper waste management is also one of the reasons. And we have conducted our survey. We have selected girls 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. They were studying in the respective classes. We were collected 100 girls from where the waste garbage is burning. From there, we have selected 100 girls, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Among 100 girls, 64 girls, they have hairs in their body. The waste man and the burning waste is changing their biological conditions. They're changing the sexual making disorder. So it's very terrible incidents happening in Tirupur, Coimbatore, Erode, Salem, Karur, Namakkal, the industrial area, including Chennai. So Kodungayur, we have selected some of the people. There we have tested, cancer patients are there. So it's a terrible topic. So we have to protect the coming generation, and we have to give the eco-friendly product alternative, and we have to educate the girls and boys and young people how you can protect your waste and how you can transport the waste and how you can transform the waste. So now what we are doing, we are transporting the waste from corporation, from municipality to other municipality. We are not supporting the transportation of waste. We want to support transforming the waste. Transforming the waste is giving new form, new value added waste management program. So According to Supreme Court guidelines 2002, 12, 16, 19, you cannot transport the waste. But now people are transporting the waste from Chennai to Ariyalur, Chennai to Lalgudi, Chennai to Pullambadi for in the cement factory. They are transporting. They are spending another energy to save another energy. So it is unethical, unscientific. So we want to transform the waste, not transport the waste. So this forum, Tamil Nadu Waste Management Forum, we want to include AABN also. So please join with us, and we will make a healthy community, and we will leave a good and healthy environment for our coming generation. So thank you so much for inviting us to give this information to you. Hello. Thank you, sir. If you have any questions, I'm open to hear.
We'll have it at the last, sir. We have to the end. Sridhar sir, after Sridhar sir completes, then we'll.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Sorry, I was in mute. So, very good morning, one and all. This is Dr. Sridhar Murthy, founder of Ochi Eco Products and Joint Secretary of Tamil Nadu Waste Management Forum. So, thank you, one and all. Thank you, Mr. Suresh sir and Dr. Veerabatman sir, for taking me everywhere, because I know Dr. Veerabatman for the past 8 years or so. I think from 2016-17. So, I was traveling with Dr. Veerabatman. So, during my 16-17, so I was in Vienna and Europe, where I invented this world's first organic waste composting machine. So it looks like a generator sort of thing. So you can able to dump your organic waste into it. So it automatically converts your waste into manure in a natural way, because there are n number of machines, similar machines available in India, but most of them actually uses some sort of heater beneath it. So they will actually char it, and they'll claim it as a compost. They're actually charring it. So I was the first one to develop a fully natural composting system. So natural means, so the conversion happens based on the microbial process. So whatever happens in the backyard, so actually we are mimicking it inside the universal digester. So that so that's the crucial point. So after the invention, so I want to market it, right? So Mr. Veerabatman is taking me to everywhere. So he usually do what sort of a one day expo for each and every corporations, municipalities, where he arranges people to showcase novel technologies on waste management. So one fine day he asked me to showcase our product. So that's how the journey started. So I was traveling with him for the past 8 years. So later I started my own startups. So the 3 startups. So among them, one is this waste management startup. So where we are developing organic waste composting machines, organic waste to energy systems like biogas. So waste to power generation using biogas. We have other associated equipments we are manufacturing, like so the crushers, moisture separators, so all other accessories which are required for this segment, for this waste to energy or waste to manure segment. This is a kind information about me. So regarding this Tamil Nadu Waste Management Forum, so Dr. Veerabatman is the key person to start it, because so you were started speaking with the stakeholders. Stakeholders means, so he have good network with the bureaucrats like secretaries, IAS officers, commissioners, municipal engineers. So on another hand, he has very good networking with these waste management people. Waste management people means people who are actually taking care of converting waste into wealth. So it may be composting machine developers like us. It may be a plastic recyclers. It can be what called this feather waste, chicken waste recyclers. There are people are there, right? So they actually take the chicken waste, the flesh, skin, and they convert it into fish feeds. So there are multiple people are there in multiple segments who takes care of some sort of waste. So you actually organized everyone and brought all those people into a single platform. So there is a WhatsApp group where we share information. But one fine day, we thought that it should be organized. So that's the dream of Dr. Veerabatman also. So he keep on telling us that we should have a formal, organized platform for that. So one fine day, he told me that we are starting a what to call this forum, and he told me that so I want you be the joint secretary. So I was overwhelmed by the decision. So I suddenly immediately accept it, and we started working on the forum. So forum is a platform, so where we connect all the stakeholders. So as of now in the platform, we have people who are actually doing the recycling part. So either organic waste, plastic waste, any sort of waste. So even if you want pet recycler, we can able to have them in the forum. So that's one sort of stakeholder. Another stakeholder is those bureaucrats, policymakers. Okay, so another stakeholders are those institutions. So the institutions, we have professors from SRM University, professors from Loyola, so who are actually part of this forum. So that's a full-fledged forum. That's why so Dr. Veerabatman cleverly called it as a forum, not an association. If it will be an association, so definitely that will one a single part will be the into the association. Only the recyclers will be there. So that he converted that into a forum, so that we need all these stakeholders into it. So we just started. This forum was just started. Technically, it was just started, but it was doing its work for the past 4 to 5 years. So on the platform on WhatsApp. So WhatsApp, there's a group where we are exchanging ideas and sharing things, but we are making it formalized, organized thing now. So the main motto of this forum is to connect or to be a spokesperson of this segment for the policymakers, because there are a lot of policies are there which are regulating the waste management. And what we thought is that our words are not here, or our words are not told to them. So that's what I don't call it as that was not here. So that was not told to those policymakers, because there is no organized segment to reflect our voice. So now it's happening, and we hope that's going to help everyone. So before going down into the what's of the technologies I was managing, so let me share a screen. So just I will have a quick recap or a quick showdown on. So what are the products actually these Chico products are actually doing it. So let me share the screen, please. Okay, I hope the screen is visible to everyone now. So we are mostly into decentralized waste management. We are specialized in organic waste. So the thing is an conventional thing what we can able to see in the screen. A small biogas plant. Earlier we called it as a gobar gas plant, and earlier that was used for generating cooking gas using meat, using this cow dung. Now since technology has improved, we have now we are this system can manage food waste also. Even the minimal amount of food waste will do. So that can easily convert your food waste into cooking gas. So that's an old conventional thing, but still that is very much needed in the country. For example, I can share you a case study. So in SRM University, in Sports University in Chennai, so they have an hostel for these sports student, and they are generating something around 100 or 150 kgs of waste per day. That's food waste per day. And one fine day, a CSR from a corporate, so they are willing to support this. So what they have done is they have invested in a 100 kg per day biogas plant. And so using this 100 kg per day biogas plant, this hostel is actually saving something around 4.5 kgs of LPG per day. That's equal to a cylinder for every 3 days. So every 3 days, a cylinder worth of gas they are actually getting out of it. Using a 100 kgs of waste, they are actually throwing it out. So that's the value of waste. So for example, so as of now, a commercial cylinder cost something around 2,000 rupees. So that they are saving 2,000 rupees every 3 days. Or if you put it in a monthly calculation, it is something around 20,000 rupees per month. So that much of value that's actually this biogas plant is actually producing. So this is an economic value. That's another perspective for this, what you call as in carbon credits. So carbon credits, what happens is that if they are not actually putting these waste into these digesters, it actually goes to the landfills. So when it reaches the landfills, so this waste will be converted into methane. So methane is 25 times more potential greenhouse gas than CO2. So for example, 1 kgs of methane is equivalent to 25 kgs of CO2. So that much potential is there. So regarding this greenhouse gas potential. So that what happens, so when it reaches the landfill, it becomes methane and it actually causes the global warming. So if there is a corporate, if there is an institution who is concerned about carbon credits, so if they are not properly properly managing their wet waste, especially this organic waste, so that will negatively that in the carbon calculation that will be negatively calculated because it contributes to the additional greenhouse gas emissions. When it is managed, it became positive carbon credits. So that is a carbon credits thing for this also. So this is for composting machine. That's another one is composting machine. So these images, these two are composting machines. So top one is the fully automated natural composting machine. So this was, so we got n number of installation of this. So this actual photo is from Tirunamali Medical College. So in Tirunamali Medical College, so they're actually collecting the food waste from the outpatient unit and they're segregating it and putting this 50 kg per day machine. So this machine can handle 50 kgs of food waste daily. So they are throwing the waste into this machine and they are getting compost out of it. So the only thing they have to do is the loading thing. So rest of the thing is fully automated. So we have scrubbers inside it. So there won't be any what to call smell issue. There won't be any smell issue because that's 100% scrub. It's fully invisible, so rain or shine, so it keep on working. There won't be any issues. So these sort of machines are especially helpful where there is no end use. For example, our first choice will be biogas. So when we go to a client, we ask them, so do you have working canteen or do you have any sort of setup? Because if they have a working canteen, we will suggest them to go for a waste to gas so that they can use it for this cooking purpose. If they don't have a working canteen over there, then we will suggest them for this composting machine. If they are having for example, more than 500 kgs of waste per day, then even though they don't have a working canteen, what we suggest is that we ask them to go for waste to gas to power generation. So we are actually setting up 5 tons per day biogas plants in and around Chennai. And so all these 5 tons are from municipal waste. So using this 5 tons of biogas plant, we will be running a 30 kVA generator for approximately 8 to 12 hours per day. So powering this entire area. So those sort of applications can also be done. So it depends upon the client ability, waste generation capacity, all those stuff. So these are for bulk waste generators. What about the household thing? So the second one at the bottom, the small box sort of thing. So that's called Elegant. So Elegant is an household composting system. So that's a natural composting process which works without power. It doesn't require any power for its functioning. So this is a natural composting system. So the passive aeration will be there based on the thermodynamics, and there are 2 compartments into it. So you put the waste into one compartment for 15 days. So let it compose. You go for the next compartment and load it for another 15 days. Meanwhile, when you're filling this second compartment, the first compartment will be ready because it would have done this 30 days, right? So in 30 days, that will all the waste what you are loaded earlier would have became compost. So that can be removed. On 31st day, you can start loading on this first one. So you keep on switching over compartment and continuously load it, and you can get compost out of it. So even though that's a wonderful system, but it is very hard for us to sell it. So even though that's a very good product, we couldn't able to sell it, and we actually discontinued it as of now. So we are not selling it anymore. Commercial point of view, that's not viable to sell this thing as of now because we thought that we are prior to the time. So maybe sometime later when the awareness really catches up and people are willing to pay for waste, then definitely this will click. So next one is this one is semi-automatic system in Ooty. So the world famous Lawrence School. So in Lawrence School, so we got put up this system. So they're actually having some sort of 200 to 300 kgs of waste per day. So they want a semi-automatic system. So there will be shredder, there will be initiator system. So this initializes the composting process, and then they take it to the window model. So what you can see on the right corner of it. So in the window, the actual composting happens. Then at the bottom, the sieved final compost is there. So they are doing it for the past 5 years. So the wonder is that so this was done during the COVID period. So even though so that the world is open in the so in Tamil Nadu, but in higher reaches of Ooty, they were actually still there is a ban. So we couldn't able to go there for the installation. So that was installed over phone. So we have supplied the machine. So we have installed it over phone. So this is a plug and play model. It's easy to install. So all our systems are plug and play model, and that can be easy to install. There is no technical person required to install it. Even though we have a technical team who usually do this installation part, if you want, that can be done by yourself also. So this one is 200 kg per day biogas plant that you have done it SRM University. So actually nowadays apart from this, we have done to many NGOs. Many NGOs are actually taking our waste to biogas plant for many of the schools. We have 4 installations in Rajamundry, so done by a NGO. So for all the 4 biogas plants are set up in Anganwadi sort of schools over there, and they are cooking their midday meals using our biogas actually. So the waste they are generating, they are putting it to. So in some area, if they don't have waste, so this NGO actually collects waste from the households, and they are taking and using it as a feed, and they are actually this feed was actually produces a biogas, and that was used for the cooking for the midday meal. So this is about ourselves, what Orchi as a company is doing. So regarding forum how helps. So earlier, as Dr. Veerabatman mentioned, earlier this mixed plastic waste. So one thing is organic waste, we have solutions for organic waste. What about the inorganic? Inorganic mostly paper, plastics. So paper are recyclable, and nowadays people are taking for recycling. So there are certain types of plastics or mixed plastic that can't be recycled. So earlier that was burned at the site itself. After the rules and regulations, so it is illegal to burn plastics. Then it was taken by recyclers. Maybe a decade later or 5 years later, before 5 years before, there is no proper technology to handle this reject plastic waste. So what happens? These recyclers who take this waste send all this waste to cement factories where they are actually burn it in the kiln. So because they are actually burning it at more than 600 degree, so the release of toxin will be much lesser, and they are also having scrubbing on it, and they're releasing it at a very higher point. So the adverse effect will be minimized. But nowadays people have come up with new technologies. For example, we have one of our member of our forum as actually having a very good factory in Perundurai. So what he is doing is he is taking up all this reject plastic and making a composite panel out of it. So now he is using this panel to build boats, ships. They are actually in shipyards. They are actually using it. In architects, they are using it for interiors. So actually, I am planning to renovate my own office. So now I have in thought of using those panels using the outer wall. So even I am trying to use it as outer wall. So during the forum, we have a very good discussion with him. So all these biogas plants, what you are seeing in our industry or in our company is that all of them are made of FRP. So in one fine day, we have an interaction with him, and he told me that instead of FRP, we can go with this the MLP plastic board. Now we are started R&D trying to use this MLP boards for the biogas digesters. So that this sort of collaborations is happening because of this forum. So similar to this conversation, there are multiple conversations actually happening during the forum, which actually helps people to manage, because there are a lot of people actually struggling in the ways they have some sort of ideas, but the final thing comes is the commercial part. So where I could able to sell it. So even though he is coming up this MRP based boards, so where is the market? Because there is no market, he have to create his own market. So we need awareness, we need network. So we need to support those people who are actually struggling to bring value, add value to those plastics or waste. So that's it's actually really happening right now because of this forum, and I'm very much thankful, Dr. Veerabatman, to taking me on board of this forum, and Dr. Suresh Marisalvam sir for inviting me for this talk. And it's a wonderful opportunity for us to speak about the forum and what I myself is doing with regards to the waste management. So thank you everyone for this wonderful opportunity. So if there is any questions or clarifications, I'm glad to take it out now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sridharan. This is Sudhakar here.
Thank you, sir.
I have a couple of more questions. One is on the power generation. Let's say if there is a 100-ton waste generated, how much of power can be produced or generated out of that waste?
So for 1 ton, it's for 1 ton it's 400 to 500 units kilowatt. So it's 100 means 4,000, if I'm not wrong.
You mean it's 0.4 megawatts?
Yeah.
So the power generation, is it through steam turbine, or what is the source of generating power?
So it's a generator like a diesel generator. So the
diesel generator, but for diesel generator, to run the diesel generator, you need something to run it, right? So probably you generate biogas out of that, and the biogas is burnt. And what happens to the heat? How it is converted into power?
No. So using similar to a diesel generator, LPG generator, nowadays there are generators available to run entirely on biogas. So the biogas will be directly fed into this generator.
Okay. What is the efficiency of that generator?
Sorry, I have no idea about it. I have to check.
Okay. Because we need to compare between the steam turbine or the diesel generator. What would be the efficiency difference? If there is, I mean, whichever is more efficient would be the better choice.
Yeah. Okay. In that angle, I haven't thought before.
Okay. No problem. The second question that I had was you were talking about the plastic waste, which is burnt only at 600 degrees. But if you can subject it to a heat in the pyrolysis process, do you know any plant or anybody who can develop the pyrolysis process in India?
Actually, yeah, even in Annamalai University, there is a pyrolysis plant. Is there? A small R&D plant is there, but in huge volume, no. As of now, there are waste to energy plant where they entirely burn it and convert the heat into energy. There are waste to energy plants now available in India. There are one in actually working in Hyderabad, but there is some sort of public agitation about it is there. But pyrolysis, no, I haven't seen any large-scale pyrolysis plant actually working continuously. So,
hello.
Yes, sir.
I can throw the question, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please go on, sir.
Actually, Thanks for this session. This is actually only a handful of people, I think, handle this waste management and in this region, I think. So let me come to the question. I travel by train from Chennai beach to Velachery.
Okay.
In that complete stretch, you see in the sideways, Kuvam will be going on.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of waste that is being dumped in that Kuvam. And why is the government least bothered or hesitant to clear that? Why the steps are not being taken? I think this question is to both the speakers.
So, to add to that, not only in
It's not Coom, it's Buckingham Canal.
Buckingham Canal, yeah.
to add to this,
Hello,
not only
hello,
yeah.
hello.
One second.
Yeah, one at a
to-
time. One at a time, please.
No. To add to this, not only this area, the entire stretch of railways, wherever the long runway, see Bangalore to Chennai, if you look at both sides, plastic bottles are all dumped over there. This is a very important question. I want to support with that.
I think both the speakers have in-depth knowledge about what is happening. Can you throw some insights on it?
I can share one thing. Okay, first question. First gentleman asked about pyrolysis plant. I started pyrolysis plant in Chengalpattu. Okay, so 7 years before I started in Chengalpattu municipality with 3,000 kilos of plastic, least value plastic. Mr. Prakash was CMA, Commissioner for Municipal Administration, and Mrs. Marcelli was a commissioner. So they gave me 3 acres of land, godown, and everything. So we started a pyrolysis plant. And then we started in Chennai airport, inside the airport, under that Parangimalai, near St. Thomas Bound. Then we started in Palani municipality. So what happened? After I started a pyrolysis plant, I was running for with 300 kgs of least value plastic. After 9 months, so the municipality and municipal administration, they gave that land for biomining. Then the biomining people, Sigma, they took all our electricity connection to their field. Then it's closed. The pyrolysis plant was closed. So we were generating oil, pyro oil for waste plastic, and we were selling to Kumudi Pundi and industrial areas. And then Mr. Sambat, he's in our guru. Now he's handling pyrolysis plant in urban. His capacity, I think, 2,800 kilos every day. So there is pyrolysis. Another one I visited in near Pune. On the way to Pune to Solapur, near the Udayan area, there is one pyrolysis plant, and they are generating nearly 1,000 liters of oil from waste plastic. So pyrolysis plants are successful in our India. I have visited some of the pyrolysis plants. And another question is what the second gentleman was asking about the waste near the river banks of Chennai. So on that, now government has appointed Mrs. Janaki Madam. She is a director of Tamil Nadu government reverse restoration project. So she started a waste management in 2099 in Velu. She was a pioneer in waste management, starting composting and everything. So then she was a concern for so many corporations and municipalities. Now she has shifted to Tamil Nadu government water restoration project as a director. So they are going to handle everything. And I know Dr. Pradeep and Dr. Priscilla. So they are the committee member. So they're cleaning the river and everything, and they're in water river restoration project. I think it may happen quickly. And another one, Suresh sir was telling, everywhere we are throwing the waste. So my main aim is to sensitize in the community on waste management. எனக்கு தெரியும் கண்டிப்பா நான் வந்து நீங்க மண்ணுக்குள்ள எது போட்டாலும் கொஞ்சம் மக்கும். ஆனா எனக்கு ஒரு நம்பிக்கை உண்டு, நான் போட்ட விதை ஒரு நாளும் மக்காது. நான் போட்ட விதை என்னைக்காவது ஒரு நாள் முளைச்சே ஆகும். நல்ல மழை பெஞ்சா நல்ல தண்ணி இருந்தா முளைக்கும். அந்த திங்கிங்ல தான் எல்லா ஸ்கூல்ஸ்க்கு போறோம், காலேஜஸ்க்கு போறோம், இண்டஸ்ட்ரி போறோம், கார்மெண்ட்ஸ் போறோம். ஸோ ஒர்க்கர்ஸ்க்கு எல்லாத்துக்கும் we are sensitizing the community on waste management. So the same we were doing in Trichy Corporation for 2018 to 2020. So yes, continually we got Swachh Bharat Award when Dr. Ravichandran was a commissioner of municipal Trichy Corporation. We were running every year the eco-friendly product expo, waste management expo. So 82% source segregation happened in Trichy. 94% door-to-door collection was happening in Trichy Corporation. So now after commissioner change, everything changed. So it should not happen. That's why we started this forum. We are going to emphasize, we are going to give pressure on policy makers. So whether commissioner may come or go, so the system should not go or should not go away. So this is our main aim, motto of this forum. As Dr. Sridhar was telling in Perudurai, so we are sending all the MLP plus to Perudurai by boards, table, chairs, everything. In Tirupur, with the MLP, we are constructing new houses. So next month they are going to inaugurate. So something is going on. But the very ஒரு நாள் தூங்காதுன்னு நம்பிக்கை எனக்கு ரொம்ப 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 உண்டு. Thank you so much.
So, sir, community level, definitely we are definitely doing wonderful work, sir. The problem is what sir was talking about, the transit, the commuters and the trains, the moment when they complete the bottle drinking, immediately the first thing is by default they throw out of the window. So both sides of the tracks, railway tracks. I was talking about this Kuvum River. I'm talking about mainly I have noticed from Chennai to Bangalore, I visit quite often. Both sides, tons and tons of plastic bottles. That's all. You know, the transit, how we are going to sensitize the community who are traveling. That's because they think one time thing. That's how they respond. So how we are legalizing that? See, now smoking was a major problem. Now by legalizing that, now smoking is prohibited even in the stations. Something like that, some kind of a legal step can be taken. That's what I think sir was asking.
Thank you, Dr. Veerathapan, for your clarification on the pyrolysis plant. I just have a couple of more questions on the pyrolysis plant. One is, what would be we have got this pyrolysis technology where we can implement this technology from? Who are the organizations? Number one. Number two, what would be the ROI if we make an investment on the pyrolysis plant? What would be the return on investment? How many months would it take for recovering the investment?
Okay. Sir, ECO is one of the organizations. They have pyrolysis.
Your audio wasn't clear. If you can repeat, it will help.
Hello?
Yeah, now it's clear.
Hello, sir, tell me.
Yeah, you can repeat, sir. Your audio was not clear.
Okay.
Now I am able to hear.
Okay. In Tirupur, Mr. Jayant is there, Jayant. So he started pyrolysis plant in Chengalpet. Jayant, yeah, I will share his number and everything. He is and Mr. Raja from Tirupur. Both they started pyrolysis plant in Chengalpet, then Chennai airport, and because of administration problem, the Chengalpet plant was closed. No, not closed, but it's the pending because biomining is going on. And I know Dr. Sambat, he is from Hyderabad, and he is having His organization name is Samki Tech. Samki Tech, I can share his number. He is one of the member in our. He is one of the member in our forum. So he still he has a pyrolysis plant. So all the Chennai MLP plastic is going to Mr. Sambat. So he is handling pyrolysis plant, and regarding that budget and everything, I can to them. They can clear answer because Chennai and Chennai Airport, the infrastructure, shed, and everything belongs to government. Chennai Airport belongs to Airport Authority of India. They gave 1 acre land and some machinery cost and everything. So I can share Jayant and Dr. Sambat number. They are in our forum. I can share their number and you can. Personally, I will send their number to you.
Yeah, sure. So how will I don't know whether you have my number or not. How will I share it to
I can share
the
my
forum?
number. I can tell my now I'll tell my number. You can note it, sir.
Sudhakar, you can share your number. We can help.
So Gopi sir has my number.
Yeah, my number is 944.
No, you can you just drop it in the message box
In the chat, is it?
Yeah, chat.
Okay, 1 minute. I will put it in the chat. Okay. 944845558. I just did that.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Morning, Gopi.
Because we are trying to come up with the waste management plant in the Gulf regions, in the major cities of the Gulf regions. So we are in touch with one of a company in Bangalore. Earlier we were in touch with a company in Mumbai. Now we have cancelled that and we are in touch with a company in Bangalore, which handles all this kind of waste management, who has got a patented technology from US and some Israel technology for some other waste, licit waste and all that. They are tied up with a lot of other people from Norway, Sweden, and all that for various other technologies. So one thing that I did not find that they had was the pyrolysis technology. So I had earlier tied up with a Bombay company which had a pyrolysis technology which was patented. Somehow we could not strike a deal with them. So I was looking for alternates. So I think if you can provide us the references, it would help a lot.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. I will share my their number to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
I just want to share some information. Quite a few tire pyrolysis units are running in border in Tamil Nadu, Andhra border.
Excellent.
In Perundurai, sir. Perundurai is there. Perundurai.
Tire pyrolysis. In fact, they are importing waste tires from East Europe and processing it here.
We are looking at that as well. There are a lot of tire waste also that we are looking at. And we wanted to have a process for the tires exclusively as well.
The company which is doing the detail engineering is called Aquatherm.
Okay.
Actually, Prasanna Sekidar, he's I think 2007 batch, I think, in our Annamala University. So his company is doing the detail engineering for this tire pyrolysis. I can share that information.
Okay, sure. That also will
Gopi, you
help
have Shekidar's number? Prasanna Shekidar.
Yes, it will be available. I can share.
His father, Mr. Kamban, Aquatherm.
Yeah.
So they are specializing. And we got for recovering fiberglass from windmill blades, old windmill blades, when they re-energize. Tamil Nadu Innovation Initiative, TANI, has given us 8.83 crores to College of Engineering, our Center for Composite Materials, for developing the technology. This is a low temperature pyrolysis whereby we don't recover energy. Actually, we use the energy for the burning. We recover the glass fiber reinforcement for blending with thermoplastics. So by blending this low grade glass fibers with waste polyethylene, polypropylene, we can make it stronger and use it for things like bollards and things like that. So it increases the strength. It's like you take waste fiber and waste HDPE, PVC, polypropylene, blend it, and then you can make products which will be of higher strength than thermoplastic products.
Okay.
So government of Tamil Nadu has given us 8.83 crores for that. College of Engineering.
Dr. Sridhar, can you just close the screen for some time?
Sorry?
Dr. Sridhar, can you please close the screen for some time?
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Please stop sharing. Yes, sir. Ramdas, sir, please go on.
Yes, sir. Good morning to all of you. I am Ramdas. I am the key member in developing hazardous waste disposal site for entire Tamil Nadu. For industrial waste, I am one of the contact person. For any type of industrial waste, we will take care. I want to become a member in your association. I also wanted to work on this municipal solid waste. So I'll be very happy to associate with you, sir. I have more than 40 plus experience in environment and waste management association. Okay, thank you. The pyrolysis plant, already three plants are operating in Chennai. Already people have told, that one is Dr. Sampath, the other one is MK Aromatics. The plants are operating, but there are odor problems are there. They have to take care. That is number one. Number two is it can be used only as a furnace oil, and further processing we have to study and then take care. Third is, as somebody has informed, a detailed SOP is available in Central Pollution Control Board website. Whoever wants to start, please go through that. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Gobi. Wonderful session.
Thank you, sir.
As always, you are organizing. Good. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
So, information to everyone. So, I just posted my number in the chat, my WhatsApp number in the chat. So, if anybody needs, please take a note of it and please WhatsApp me so we can able to connect. And so, if there is a common ground, we can work together. So, thank you everyone for the support.
Sure. Anil Goswami, sir.
So, beautiful session. Thank you very much. Only one question I have in mind. So when we generate the power as per legal requirements, we have to give this power to the grid. We cannot directly use it. What about in Tamil Nadu? I don't know. Maybe the rules may be different.
So actually, in Tamil Nadu, mostly we are doing with the municipality and corporations. So in Kanchipuram, they are actually trying to provide power to the street lights. So that's what they are actually planning. But in rest of the sites, that was actually utilized inside. So for example, if the plant is located within a waste management site or this segregation MCC, that's micro composting center. So they're actually utilizing for the within the center itself. So that doesn't go to the grid. They directly utilize it the same space where they're actually generating.
Okay. Thank you.
Usually, I just want to add to your question. Usually, if any power that is generated, if it has to be connected to the grid, normally there is a process for power purchase agreement from the electricity boards, local electricity boards, and this power purchase agreement varies from board to board, and this is a common process across the world. Whoever wants to connect to the grid and supply power to the grid, the electricity boards have to purchase the power, for which a power purchase agreement, normally it is called as PPA. So you have to enter into a power purchase agreement with the electricity board.
That's right. That's right. This is what I want. This is what I meant it. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Actually, the Pondicherry government is reimbursing for the extra power we are putting to the grid, but in Tamil Nadu, it's not so, I hope.
Like solar power, if you put the panel, you cannot use it directly. You have to first give to the grid. Then in exchange, they will sanction you that power. This is what the legal requirement. Because of the safety hazard and other thing, they will totally audit it, check it, and then they will allow you to use it.
Baliga sir, would you like to add something, sir?
One of the things that I am aware of what's happening in this area is when I was working in Reliance, we used to have a contract with some local people who do this pyrolysis of the plastics. And then the oil, the raw bulk oil, is actually taken in tankers to our refinery and it is mixed in the coker feedstock. The coker feedstock, usually all the waste stuff besides the heavy stuff that is going to the coker, in this is also mixed up and sent. So it gets cracked in the cracking furnace and then it gets distilled and then fractionated. And then designed yield is calculated, estimated, and then that much accounting is done. And then the supplier is paid so much, and then we take the credit for the plastic recycling. So actually the recycling we don't do. Somebody else is actually collecting all the waste plastics and then they do pyrolysis, and the bulk raw oil that comes out is actually transported to us, which we actually do nothing but fractionate it. So actually most of the people who do this kind of pyrolysis actually get stuck with distillation and fractionation subsequent to that. So that can be actually contracted with the refineries, in the nearby refineries if you have, you can do that, so that the front end work can be done by small scale people and the back end is given to the refineries. That's how Reliance is dealing with that, just for information.
Yeah, perfect.
Shamla ma'am.
Good morning. Yeah, thanks. I just wanted to point out certain things which I put in the
Chat box.
Chat box also. Regarding the organic waste management, I think the presentations were good. Both composting and biogas production is highly recommended. And like one of the presenters pointed out, composting or community composting is definitely more logical in places where the quantity is not very high, and also there is no immediate use for the gas if the quantity is not very high. So even in I live in Delhi and we are doing community composting. One of the presenters said that unfortunately his invention of the community composting, which is passive, is not selling very well. We are using also a passive composter, community composter called the AABN, and that is also this very similar to that Gaia which is being made by Daily Dump. These are all some of the passive composters which don't use any electricity, and this technology is working quite well. In fact, through the MCD and all that, we are trying to promote this, and slowly we are trying to bring it into community use. Biogas definitely has been much more successful in southern part of India. I'm also from South India, but I have tried to push it here. Unfortunately, the segregation at source is quite poor, even except in hotels and restaurants and large kitchens. So unfortunately, the biogas technology has not picked up in Delhi. And that's unfortunate, but it's very good to know. And I've also visited during my tenure as professor at NIUA, and I visited several places in Madurai and Trichy, and even in Bangalore and Pune, Hyderabad. And I'm very happy to see that the biogas plants are working well, and there is certain amount of segregation, especially from vegetable markets and fruit markets and places like that. So that's really a good step, and that's the way to go. As far as plastics go, I wanted to point out that pyrolysis, although it does give, the reverse catalysis process, does give, fuel oil. It has to be refined, like it was pointed out. It has to be fractionated. I visited a plant in on the outskirts of Mumbai, and it was terrible. I mean, that tire, goodness gracious, pyrolysis plant was horrible and highly polluting. It was making only fuel oil, and it was under deep scrutiny. I hope they have improved it. The pollution control measures are very, very important especially if you take up tire pyrolysis. Of course, if it is done well, and like it was pointed out by the refinery person, that and if it is taken and fractionated and refined, yes, definitely, it's a very useful product. And even under the Intergovernmental Negotiation Committee, we have been saying that the transit plastics, that is plastics along the ways of railways and roads and all that, it's very difficult to collect. So unless we find alternatives, we stop using plastic unnecessarily, try to use reusable. Just by doing recycling alone, we are not going to be able to solve the problem, because collection is a very big problem. Second thing is, other than PET bottles, there are lots and lots of other PET stuff, which is, used for packaging food and all that. Not recyclable at all. You find that, even the waste picker doesn't want to take it. So, there are lots and lots of non-recyclable plastics, and we are just perpetuating it. So along with recycling, along with our technology, along with whatever we are trying to do, to inculcate the habit of source segregation, and getting a lot of entrepreneurs to put in their money and their brain into it. We need to reduce. I'm sorry to say there might be Reliance people who may not agree with me, but definitely unless we reduce the use of plastic, find alternatives, and use plastics for something like your automobiles or your aeroplanes or something like that. Why do you want to use it for all this single use? So that is one of my submission also, that along with this, we also need to use our discretion, and say that what is it that where we can collect, where we can recycle, and we can try to make a difference, rather than trying to rely only on technology and technological solutions, and hide behind that kind of approach. Thanks.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
Gopi sir,
Please go on, sir.
just want to add this. This is about the source collection. The source collection and then processing. Source collection is the biggest problem, because it's thrown all over the place, like railway tracks and roads, and everywhere it's thrown, and they're all small in number, and collecting it is a bigger problem than actually processing and then using it gainfully. But what is the thought I have is, actually we have a tremendous amount of networks in the whole of country, um, like for example post offices. I'm not saying post office to be involved in this. I'm just giving an example. Post office is there in India, every village and every city. There are so many post offices. So government is able to reach common citizens through post office without creating a new infrastructure or information network. Similarly, banks are there. There are petrol pumps are there, and hotels are there, and so many transportation trucks and other vehicle movements are there. There's an enormous amount of presence of the industries as well as the government are there all over the place, and they are moving. They are not sitting idle. They are also having their own supply chain. Or each of this business unit or a functional unit, which is there all over the country, in villages, in small unit or big units, these people have their own supply chain system. They get something and they process it, and then they send it outside to some other customer or somewhere. So there is tremendous amount of network for both information as well as material movements are there. And now that we have this waste plastic lying all over the country, collecting it is a problem, is generally is a cited difficulty. That most of the people who want to venture into it, first thing they think is collecting it and accumulating it and then segregating and processing. They discuss about this, and they think that's a big challenge to be overcome and we can't do it. So actually it's a corporate size or a mega size organization has to join, like a cooperative federation or something like that, can form, and then subsequently that can actually contract with these kind of entities, small entities which is all over the country, and then they can be tapped for like for example, let's say milk gets distributed to your house in a, let us say, sachet without any problem. But without any same amount of without any problem, why the waste, the empty packet cannot go back to the same Amul or Arvin or anybody? Why it cannot go? When the plastic can reach in bits and pieces to millions and billions of people every day morning without any problem, but the same plastic cannot reach back an entity which is going to process it. It's not possible. How is it not possible? It is possible. Only thing, we look at it as an enormous problem. The milk producers never thought sending milk in a plastic is an enormous problem. They said milk has to reach, they will make it sure it reaches. Similarly, if the plastic reprocessing units or entities in a large scale, if they think we can do, they can get together as a cooperative or as a corporate, and then they either connect with these distribution supply chain systems, existing ones, or can create their own, definitely. And it is possible, in my view, unless it is envisioned in a big way.
Suresh sir, would you like to add something, sir?
Sir,
What I told was audible?
yes, sir, yes.
Okay.
The last part was not audible, Anand sir.
Sir, I want to add one thing. Kobi sir, is okay?
Sir, please go on, sir.
Okay. Sir, we have our forum has developed 3 strategies for 3 kinds of people. One for municipality and corporations. So according to Supreme Court guidelines, the bulk waste generators, those who are generating 100 kg waste per day, the municipality and concerned municipality or corporation, they should not collect from there, because they have to deliver their waste, where the dry waste is collected. So we have developed the strategies. First attack on bulk waste generators. According to Tirupur, Coimbatore, Salem and Erode, 52% of the waste coming from bulk waste generators, because the industrial dominated areas, and 31% of the waste is coming from commercial places, marketplaces, and only 18 or 12% of the waste is coming from civil areas. So our first attack should be on bulk waste generators, and second attack for commercial and vendors. Then third should go for civil areas. Bulk waste, your gated community, apartments, villas, corporate, schools and colleges, industry, governments, and all the hotels, they're bulk waste generators. So according to that, we are doing bulk waste generators collections also, and they are charging, they are giving service charge to the waste recyclers and collectors So that's why I am emphasizing on source segregation, source collection. So from civil areas, only 18 to 20%. So that easily we can manage. Bulk waste and commercial places waste should be handled properly.
In the about 30-40 years back, I remember milk used to be supplied in bottles, in small bottles with the cap on it, and then we'll collect, we'll pick up in the morning. We get the bottle, we pick it up, and then we keep the empty bottle back there in the place. And the guy who delivers the full bottle of milk picks up the old bottle and goes. It used to happen. So in the case of bottle, the recycling was happening automatically and reuse was happening. In case of plastic, the industry left the half the job to the nation to deal with it themselves, and they only worried about supply, so that their business ends there. Actually, the same way the old bottles were getting collected back, the same way there should be a mandate that the plastic should be collected back next day. That entire supply chain mechanism reverse should work on this half the cost. Otherwise, you'll have to spend another full supply chain mechanism you need to establish, which is going to be costly, and manpower also. So existing manpower, existing system, if it is done, the waste collection can enormously happen well, and then this littering and that problem can come down enormously.
So actually, I want to add one thing into it.
Okay,
Hello.
7033.
Hello. So actually, I want to add one thing into this. The thing is that nowadays there is a law called EPR, Extended Producer Responsibility. So especially for these corporates who are actually producing the plastics or packaging single-use plastics, so they have to show these EPR credits. So it doesn't mean that they have to take by their own packaging covers for recycling. So it can be from any brands, but the same quantities. For example, if they are actually producing 1 ton of packaging material for the packaging, so they have to show the credits for 1 ton of recycling. So by whatever may be the packaging, it may be from any brand, but they have to show some sort of 1 ton of the same amount of plastic has been recycled. So they are getting these CPR credits from those recyclers. But this is actually slowly evolving. Nowadays, technology has come into as a prominent role in this into this CPR. So there are softwares available who can able to track and validate these CPR credits for the transparency. But since all of them are in nascent stage, I think it will take some time to get mature, and so that that the actual fruitful things can be utilized for the society. So that's the only change what I could able to foresee, that slowly most of the corporates, similar to greenwashing, so EPR washing is also there, but since it is nascent stage, so law should also cope up with all those thing, and the loopholes has to be closed, so that we can able to achieve plastic free society.
So Skandamurthy sir, please go on, sir.
Yeah. There were two things that I wanted to say. One was on this EPR. I think, because EPR is tradable, I think, the real value of what the legislation envisaged at the point that, the producer is responsible, is getting diluted. Maybe, as time passes and legislation tightens up, it may be better. But at this point of time, EPR is tradable. And so, people buy off credits, sell off credits and whatnot. So it's in true sense, the EPR is not working the way it should be working. The other thing is, I think on waste management, the why it's not picking up. I think, basically, we are looking at waste as, as waste and not as value. And I think, I can tell you from my experience with PET recycling, we were the first to start PET recycling in India. And, I've seen the growth of that industry. See, at that point of time, PET when it was being recycled, it was being used for making cheap articles and all. But today, if you see 2025, the technology has developed so much that it is equivalent to food grade. And even a country like India, which had banned the use of recycled PET in food grade, has allowed 25% recycling. And in the US and Europe, it's now 50% plus is allowed. So what I mean to say is, I think one of the detrimental factors is that the recycle technology has to grow up for multi-layer plastics or for pyrolysis. For that, like the madam rightly said, pollution is such a big issue with pyrolysis. We put up a plant in Mathura. The problem with pyrolysis plants, just for the information, is that when municipalities give you the contract, the waste that is shown, that is available, is so high. You find that the yields will be around 60, 65, 70%. But what happens when it comes to practice and you start getting on a daily basis, you find all the cream is taken away by these middlemen and all that. And what reaches the site is actually something which is low, and the yields go down as low as 40, 50%. So then, it becomes unviable commercially to really keep running. We did the project in Mathura municipality, and it's running, but it's not running at the expected ROI that we thought it will come to. So, I mean, I had these thoughts because I've been in this field for the last 20 plus years. So thought I'll share my views. I mean, that's my personal view. There could be differences of opinions, but this is my view on the waste management as a fraternity, as an industry by itself.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Dr. Shamla?
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to highlight 2 points. One is that, when we talk about bulk waste generators, basically they are, the hotels and restaurants and large kitchens and mostly, or campuses, big campuses. And then, of course, the gated communities are also included under BWGs, no doubt. But, like in Delhi, we did a sampled analysis of the organic waste generation in the whole city, NCT of Delhi. And very, very detailed, actual quantification, separation, and all that. And what we found was that first, number one is that almost 91% of the units in Delhi are households, domestic. Some may be in gated communities, some are not in gated communities. They are individuals, or they are in colonies, but they are not considered as BWG because they don't come under a gated campus. So, and then we also estimated on basis of quantification is that 72% of the organic waste generated from generated in Delhi, including horticulture and gardens and parks and everything, was coming from domestic areas. And some may be falling under BWGs, but not necessary. So, and BWG as such was only accounting for some 11 to 12%. So if we, only focus on BWGs, we might feel very happy. Oh, I've set up a biogas plant here, a composting plant there. This is the, the automated composting plant, and that is the biogas plant that is generating electricity, and all that is fine. But then, are you addressing the problem of the entire city? Is that is something that you would like to do this exercise and find out in whichever city where you are functioning. And so we have told also the MCD that they need to MCD and DMC, the Delhi cantonment, all those people, that they really need to also focus on how to address the waste management, especially organic waste, and separation at source and everything. Even in the domestic areas, because these are the ones which are generating a huge quantity. And of course, in places like mandis and vegetable and fruit markets and fish markets and slaughterhouses and various other places, one should have biomethanation technologies and most appropriate ones, work on technologies, find out what best way to use it. There is no doubt about it. I'm not belittling the necessity for doing technologies for the BWGs, but I'm just pointing out that there is another huge quantity waiting for you to address. The second point about the EPR is that I did a complete analysis for the UNDP for various material recovery facilities in different cities. And what we found was that, okay, the EPR is there, and it helps a little bit for the collection or construction of some MRF or something like that. But you go and talk and interview the people who are running the MRFs, you will find out that more than 50% of what is being collected in the MRF, they are not able to sell. So how is it tradable? Because the MOEFCC has very clearly said that we will not accept just selling the waste to a so-called recycler. There are so many recyclers who have facades. The first unit which buys from the MRF will be following pollution control measures, and the subsequent ones will not. And they will be either burning it or using whatever technologies which are making granules which are highly contaminated, using contaminated containers of mobile oil and pesticides and all that for making single-use plastic carry bags and all that. And somebody was talking about reuse and plastic for food grade. Sir, I would like you to also let people know that how much of that contaminated plastic when you use is actually wasted. It has to be removed. It then either goes to the dump site or it goes to the waste to energy plant. So
no, sorry, madam. I just want to get in here. You have to understand that this food grade recycling is chemical recycling. So it breaks down to monomers and it is rebuilt as a polymer. So there is no waste. Sorry. There's not more than 5% waste, which is normally in any chemical process.
No,
it is not 20-30% as you are thinking. It is not. It is just 5%.
But the contaminant has to be removed, isn't it?
That's why the chemical process, which
but
ensures
that has to go to some other TSDF or some other process.
Not necessarily, not any virgin chemical plant, and this will be equivalent in terms of the pollution generated. You can check that out. You can check that out.
Yeah, you can check that out. Yes,
but we
definitely. But
we set up this plant because we have set up not one, we have set up 3 plants, one in Europe as well. So, I'm speaking from experience of setting up such plants.
Okay. Whether that kind of, management of such contaminants after the removal, whether it is
ETPs, there are ETPs, then, there are multi-effect evaporators, etc. that is needed. It's a whole system. It's something like a chemical plant.
Yeah,
the whole
whether
system.
it is happening
it's not that it is being left to the rivers or whatever.
Whether
it has to be a
this is
system.
happening here or whether it is being just dumped in dump sites, that is very important. How many people in India are doing this with viability? Economic viability, because my PhD student and I worked on Okhla landfill site and Ghazipur and Balaswa and all that. And we have found, we have got detailed analysis, chemical analysis to show that, the contamination of heavy metals and POPs to the extent of 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers.
I'm restricting it to PET recycling. Yeah. I'm not saying all the recycling. I said very clearly.
But there is also the HDP. There is also the HDP recycling.
No, that is a separate topic by itself. I'm talking of PET. That's why I said at the beginning that why waste management, in the investments are not happening, because the technology today, you see the amount of PET recycling. India recycles 91% of the PET that is produced. India is the number one. is
That
the
is
number
also
one
because of the
in
textile
recycling.
industry.
Even
Yeah.
even US has 23%, Europe has 43%. India is the country that has 91%
That is because of the
recycling.
textile
No,
industry.
I'm talking of plastic bottles, madam. I'm
Yes,
talking of plastic.
plastic bottles is being made into fiber, and the uptake is by the textile.
That's a use. That's a use. No, I mean, it's not getting.
So
thrown on the
is
streets.
not,
That's what I'm
PET
saying.
unfortunately is not the highest percentage of the plastic, and there are lots and lots of PET. I can, if you want, I can send you pictures of those which are non-recyclable. Those PETs which are used for packaging of food stuff, that is very low quality PET. That even my waste collector in my own colony is not willing to take it because it has no resale value. So the PET bottles, yes, but other than PET bottles, the other PET is not being recycled. And HDPE is highly contaminated because it is used for storing and transporting, various types of chemicals, paints, pesticides, fertilizers, mobile oils, various substances like that. And in fact, we are focusing so much on domestic hazardous waste. We have made a policy brief for Pune as to, especially because they are doing source segregation through Swachh, and PMC itself is involved, in training and maintaining the salaries of the PMC Swachh workers. And despite that, the domestic hazardous waste quantity, the Ranjegaon is saying that, no, we cannot handle this much quantity, that you will have to reduce it somehow. You will have to find out ways of, how you're going to rinse it or reuse it for some structurals and things like that. So there are practical difficulties, so there are lots of studies available, and I suggest that, I don't know, there are many NGOs who can be involved in proper studies, in a quantification, and they may give the inputs to the technologists, to the entrepreneurs, because there is a possibility that, the entrepreneur does not have the wherewithal and the time and the kind of human resources that are required for these kind of studies, but they can involve universities. In fact, Randamalai University itself can also get into these kind of issues. Exactly what is happening in the field, how much, where is it being generated? So this is what my suggestion is, and thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Sanjay, sir.
Can I come in?
Yes, please go on.
Okay. I just want to take some clarification between the discussion between Professor Shamala and Mr. Skandamurthy. The discussion which was going on the quality of the PET. Professor Shamala was mentioning that the lowest form of PET could not be recycled, and Mr. Skandamurthy was mentioning that the polymers would be broken down into monomers. I just want to take a clarification from Mr. Skandamurthy whether the lowest form of this PET also is converted into monomer, back into monomer. Could you please give me some clarification on that?
Yeah, see, as long as it is PET, any form of PET, whether it is sheets, whether it is films, whether it is bottles, whether it is the textile agglomerates, whatever, anything, because it's a chemical process by which we depolymerize the PET into the monomer. The BH, the polymer is broken down into BHET, and that's the monomer, the stage, and then we rebuild it back into the polymer via polycondensation. So what happens is, the virgin is basically it's a chemical of ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid. So what we do is the monomer that is built from ethylene glycol plus terephthalic acid is the stage at which we break it down in the depolymerization process, and then it goes through a purification, and it gets repolymerized into PET, with a molecular number of 192.
Do you mean that once it is converted back into monomer and then back into polymer, it is then converted back into higher grade PET?
Yes, it's used for bottle grade. If you go there, you will see that Pepsi and Coca-Cola, I think no one can beat them. They use 50% recycled content in their
Okay.
and there are certain companies which make shampoos and which make face creams and all these companies. They use 100% recycled PET as part of.
When you convert it back into polymer from the monomers that you converted from the lowest grade PET, what would be the residue left over after converted back into the polymer?
What? I didn't understand your question.
Okay, so I think once you convert it into monomer and then back into polymer, would there be any residue left?
No.
Okay.
No.
All
The residue
100%
will come
is
before the monomerize. Once the monomer is made, and then you do the filtration. You filter out the monomer, and then you send it for polymerization. So whatever dirt or whatever is left over, that would be there at that stage. But once the monomer is made and it's polymerized, it is a closed end process. So there's no
Okay, you're saying the residue is when you convert it from polymer back to monomer.
Right, exactly.
Okay. Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Sanjay, you want to ask a question, Sanjay?
Oh yes. I think that we had really a very lively discussion, and for sure we have the capability to resolve this issue. There will be problems, and there are problems, so those will be resolved. What I wanted to just mention is that we are talking only and only about reactive. We are responding in a reactive way. Of course, the topic of this webinar is, of course, we have something reactive, but I would suggest that our approach to this sort of problems should not only be reactive, it should be proactive also. In finance parlance, there is a thing called ZBB, that is a zero-based budget. So wherein the central theme which runs through that is that you invest only and only when it adds value to your product. Now, here we must discriminate between, we had discussed a lot of things. So we must use our discretion to produce polymers which are, say, Madam was saying, that non-recyclable and so on and so forth. So we cannot add, in the name of value addition, we cannot add garbages. So the approach has to be, we reduce that. And then we have all these technologies and processes to these networks. Mr. Baliga was talking, that's very innovative. So all these things can come in after that. But to start with, it has to be proactive, and then the reactive part automatically, I think, gets reduced, and then we proceed further. So that's what the point I was trying to make. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you so much. Mr. Suresh, sir, please go on, sir.
Thank you so much. Wonderful discussions are going on. In fact, I wanted to talk about EPR. Even a couple of days back, Mangalam ma'am and myself were discussing about it. So now, when I looked at it, we did a study when I was with the UNDP. We did a study. I could get that. There are some gaps identified. I don't know, still it is existing. One is the consumer awareness gap. The gap is many consumers don't know. That's what I pointed out, how and where to return the products. Infrastructure gap is there. That is, I have practically seen the e-waste, especially. After prolonged insisting the point, now the service centers of Samsung and MI, these service centers, they have kept a box, so you can go and dump your old mobiles and plugs and cables and things like that. Sometimes what happens, they don't accept products from other companies. They say we will take only our product. Where to go? and where to find out. Some gap is there, so that process people lose their interest. The third one is accountability gap. That is, some producers only comply on paper, but accountability is not there. And third one is, fourth one is cost and profit gap. The cost, how much it, companies are hesitant to invest in eco-friendly design, recycling system, because they may raise cost in the short term, which may affect their profit. And regulatory and enforcement gap, again, that is lagging behind. Consumer behavior gap, I told about that. Technology and market gap, that is recycling technologies for multi-layer plastics. So that discussion is going on just now. So there are some gaps. This 3 years back I did it. A couple of days back we have been discussing with Mangalam ma'am. So I request Tamil Nadu Waste Management Forum to take these gaps, and the EPR has to be very seriously considered as one of the solutions for waste management. And the policy matters, if we can concentrate, I think a lot of things can be achieved in the short term. That's what I feel. And I wish all the best to the Tamil Nadu Waste Management Forum to excel in their mission and vision. Thank you so much.
Kulandai Vadivel, would you like to say something from your native Tirupur? Kulandai?
Wait. Good afternoon, Gopi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to all participants. Tirupur waste management is the main problem now. I think Doctor knows. They are searching to places to dump, and people are protesting. I don't know what to tell. Everywhere, waste, building waste, company waste, the textile units, no?
Yeah.
So it's not like every state's waste are not collected. So problem in Tirupur, I think doctor knows. People are protesting to dump waste near their place. That is a problem in Tirupur. Let's see. Okay, Gopi, let's see.
Yeah, sure. Yes, Veerapatham sir, you want to add something, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2 points. Kulende sir, how are you? Thank you so much. After a long time. Okay. Okay. We were discussing with the mayor and all the administration, commissioner and deputy commissioner, Maheshwari madam and all. And in Pongupalayam, there is a stone quarry. So there they are dumping. But nearby that, we have installed plant. Per day, we are recycling 90 tons of dry waste. And the next plant we have started in Walayar. Nearly 150 tons per day. We are shedding, and we are doing baling. So the 90 tons per day in near Pongupalayam, near Tirupur, it will already project is going on. So we are waiting for inauguration. So mayor and all the administration they are so engaged in political problems and everywhere. But we are waiting for inauguration. But project is going on. The next dry waste management program we are going to start in Iduvampalayam, and another plant near Vanjipalayam. So if we put dry waste management, all the 4 zones, so we could achieve not 100%, at least 60-70% we can cover. So that is our motto. We are discussing with all the officials. We'll see, sir. Kulande sir, Padi sir, thank you so much for. Okay, so we'll do something for Tirupur. That's why, because Tirupur is a special problem, because the bulk waste is 64%. All the industry, governments, and all. So if we attack the bulk waste generated, because there are 24 association forums and all. So if we are talking with one by one, P and SIMA and the forum and embroidery industry association, all. There are 24 associations. So we are meeting all the forums. We'll come to the conclusion. So all the association people, they should bring their waste to our dry waste collection center. They should not put it in the street or river banks or near Noel River and all. So there will be a similar, there will be a specific guidelines for bulk waste generators, especially in Tirupur. It will come out.
Hope Noel will be river.
Will
It's
be
like
safe.
a dump yard.
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Save Noel.
Same
Yeah,
Noel.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Taufik, you want to add something?
Nothing,
Thank
sir.
you.
Really good informative session, sir. Thank you so much for arranging these type of sessions, which is very important for the environment also and for the future generations also, sir.
Just want to add just one thought process on the EPR system. I think it's a good initiative to have the EPR system, just like the carbon credits, the waste credits are also coming into light, which is a good news. What I just wanted to add to that is any product that is produced with a packaging, the packaging usually consists of what are the ingredients in that. Similarly, there must be instructions how this packaging has to be disposed. So every product which has got a packaging must have the instructions how it has to be disposed. And it should also be the responsibility of the company which produces the product to make sure that their product packaging is being disposed in a proper manner. And they have to collect the cost of that, disposing of that particular package also has to be included in the packaging so that everybody pays for the disposing of that particular package, and the amount that is calculated for the purpose only on the disposing and recycling part of that. I think this kind of an approach would help drive the waste management system in a large way. It's just a thought process. It can be refined further.
Anand sir, please go on, sir.
I have a question, Gopi Saab and others. A lot of very knowledgeable and experienced people on this waste management and recycling is here. My one question is coming to my mind. The countries like Western countries, America particularly, the per capita consumption of the plastics is so high, and I don't think they have seen such a heavy plastic pollution like our country today faces. So how is it that they are able to not only per capita consumption, even the total tonnage per year, if you look at it, the amount of usage in America, you just see the iPhone when you buy, what type of packaging it comes with. And I think 90% of that packaging material you immediately throw away. It don't require. It is only brand value and brand image and things like that. And easy for handling and transportation, the packing is done that way. So it was not, everything may not be essential. A tremendous amount of usage in America, and then they have not seen such a pollution problem that we are talking about. Any idea how US and other Western countries have handled this recycling, resource collection, and pollution problem? Thank you.
It's a well-known fact that they are all shipping the plastic waste in containers to developing countries. Even Japan, which claims, that they are segregating so many categories and all that, they are mostly putting the segregated plastic waste. They used to send it to China. China has now stopped accepting, and therefore it is coming to various South and Southeast Asian countries. And even in our country, please correct me if I'm wrong, there is a some kind of a exempt policy which allows, the exporters to fill their containers with all sorts of waste plastics and everything and bring it. And there are unscrupulous traders and recyclers in our country which are accepting it. And you can go and check out in various types of ports, the huge quantities of waste plastics, and especially hazardous plastics or even non-hazardous plastics, non-recyclables, they are all being sent to developing countries. And whatever we are able to recycle, or so-called recycling within inverted commas, after that, the rest is dumped in our dump sites. So this is a well-known fact. Sweden, of course, because of the heating of the water, which they send through underground pipes for heating their homes. So they are using a waste-to-energy plant for using some of this dry waste that they segregate. But most of the other countries are not doing that. So US plastics and Canadian plastic, and you can actually go to the port. You'll even find the country's name in some of the products which are being, sort of imported, so-called imported.
I want to tell one thing. Population is one of the main factor. The whatever the country you are telling, population is very less. If you go to New Zealand, nothing will be there. Population is a vital factor. Second, if you go to Kerala, Kerala to some extent they are having awareness and they never throw the plastics away to save the environment, maybe like that. That culture is not there in Tamil Nadu. That's why, or Karnataka or Andhra. That's why we are facing so much of problem. This is my opinion.
I think you are right. See, I have driven from south of UK to north of UK. Throughout, I cannot see a single paper on the road. Even in US also, I could not see a single paper or plastic on the road. At least they are collecting it. They may be dumping it into underdeveloped countries. But in, like what you said, in India, most of the parts of India, except Kerala, I would agree with you, that, people don't have the awareness and they throw it, just in the public areas. They don't dispose it of in a proper manner. I think awareness is one of the issue. At least it has to be disposed and then it has to reach the dump site where it can be taken up for further processing.
Another reason could be the law enforcing agencies, they are compromising. So even we don't have any fear, even we throw out, but you cannot do in Canada, US. They will immediately, heavy fines are there, a lot of cameras are there. People cannot do these things. I agree with the point that we cannot compare with Canada and US because of our population is many, many fold than this thing. And the second thing, because of the economic development, I remember Gopiji when we were children, we used to carry with our parents water with surai. I don't know what you call it. That made of ghada and surai. We used to carry in train also, and that we used to carry in container water. Now because of affordability more, everything is in container, small container, plastic container. Earlier the economic position was nobody could afford all these things. Now this is one of the reason, and other, as I told, so indiscipline, non-enforcement of laws. If there are strict laws, second day people will improve. There is no doubt about this. Thank you very much.
There is always gap between knowledge and practice. So community awareness, okay, we are giving, but people are getting it through any way. But community counseling should be there. For example, so 3-4 years before, I took some of the industrialists from Coimbatore, Erode, and Tirupur to South Korea to see the waste management system there. So I was watching. So all are industrialist educated people. So if you take one chocolate, they won't put the chocolate wrapper in the street. So they will keep it in their bags. Once they landed in Coimbatore airport, the same person, the same people, they will throw out in the airport itself. They won't put it in the dustbin and all. So there is a gap between knowledge and practice. Doctor knows we should not smoke, but doctor smoking. So we should fill the gap. So at least I think our forum we are taking and we will take to fill the gap in this waste management system.
Yeah, knowledge, practice, and attitude.
Yeah, correct, sir, correct.
Talk it about cap, knowledge, attitude, and practice.
Practice through IEC method, information, education, and communication.
But
Attitude is very
it should
every time government
be
cannot insist on that. Every time government cannot insist on that. The attitude of the people
should change.
the education should start from the primary school. All the
Correct.
primary schools should have practical classes for source segregation, all the things, so that it is inculcated as a part of the habits. Otherwise, even the 10th generation, you cannot do any source collection properly. So it should be a primary education. If this forum can recommend to government to change the primary curriculum, recycling class, recycling, generally waste management, recycling as a practical class with a song, everything. There is actually one song is there.
Yes.
I collect the plastic, I put in the basket, I collect
Dustbin.
paper, like that. I collect the paper.
Rhymes we can
I put in
create.
the, something that we can create rhymes.
We can create.
Those things, really attract the children. So they will be another 10 years. They will be adult to take care of the waste management system. So we should go for it, like rhymes, like workshop for primary school students for waste management. That will be better idea in the long run. Because major problem is source collection. That is a major problem in every waste management, apart from throwing all the things. So the habit is here, then they will be putting in a place where it can be collected. That itself be a big success.
Good, sir. Good. Thank you, sir.
One thing, 90% of the plastics are reprocessed. Only 10% is giving the problem. Then how we can be able to get below 20 micron bags? You go to any flower shop, they will give you a thinnest bag. You go to any small company, this one, they will give thinnest bag. Where the government is doing, why the enforcement authority is not doing anything on that one? That is being illegally done by us. That is one of the main reason for this one, because that below 50 microns cannot be processed, and that is giving the problem everywhere. Even that scrap, the street pickers, they never take that low thickness. You will take only higher thickness. You can see you will have a spike. You will take only the higher thickness bags. Lower thickness bag you will send you will set aside. So one other thing is our lawmakers also doing a lot of mistake. Even every panchayat or town, everything, the lorry will show makkum kuppai, makada kuppai, but they will put everything in one. So we are also our lawmakers also doing a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, Taufik.
The pathetic thing. Correct.
Yeah. Sir, I was joining late and I was going now and then. Just a few points. I am staying right now in UAE. So, like in India, few years before, apart from politics, now they banned all these plastics, which is cannot be reusable. Even in the supermarkets, we have to carry our own bags and we have to bring it back. And even the which for the fruits to cover, what they are producing is biodegradable. If you keep for 5 years, like in our Indian mentality, we used to keep all our old bags. If it is exposed to air within 5 years, it will disintegrate. And so we can make like this. I'm not sure about what's the investment is required, how much it is. And also, as our other seniors are saying, we should inflict this consciousness in our society, in the school itself, like moral science. Before nowadays, there is no moral science schools and all. As they said, here if there is a lot of cameras, if you put everything, there'll be huge fine. Every year when you renew the visa, I have to pay the fines. But when we see everywhere, it's like they're dumping here and there. So as you said, the starting should be from the home, from the street and the town. So basically, it should be installed in the school itself. So this is what my point also to be added. Thank you so much, sir, for the time.
I will also, sir, like to add one point. Why our people are not motivated or engaged to indulge in all things? What are the reasons? What are the causes for this thing? Why people are, people are not interested. Even, they are aware because of the health hazards and other things. Even then they are not cooperating. What is the reason for this? So anybody can, elaborate on
it is
this.
a habit. It is a habit. A child from other countries, one is that availability of the waste collection points. In other countries, maybe every 10 meter, 20 meter, there is a waste basket where they can put it. Whereas India, in Chennai, there is no place where a person can take a waste paper and put it in the waste box. All malls, anywhere you go, no waste collection point in open place. It will be somewhere in the end of the buildings. So first it should be a habit. Then we need more collection point to collect the waste. That is a major problem because it is a habit and then facility to collect. These two is there, the 50% problem will be solved.
No, see, this is just now Veerapatram sir was telling, even I have noticed many times, the moment when they land in Singapore, they'll be very cautious because it is fine is there. The moment when you come down, suppose if you take one chocolate and if you have the wrapper in the hand, they're restless. Somewhere they have to throw it immediately. They have to throw it, otherwise they feel like it's going to be a problem.
That's right. That is
talking and then put a chocolate, and this hand will be looking for something, and then they have to throw somewhere.
Yeah, I think that's a valid point. So if you have number of dust collection points, the moment he starts looking for throwing it, if he doesn't find, obviously he will throw in the open space. If he finds something, he will at least try and attempt to put it in the basket or a dustbin. We need to have a lot of collection points. Is a valid point.
No, see, Veerapatman sir said, no, I have also noticed that there, even myself, till now, whenever I take it over, I keep it in my pocket, my bag still is there. So even we have this thing over there, and we always keep it and find a dustbin and then throw it over there. This is an attitude we are talking about.
That is right. I agree with you also.
Still people are there. That there is Makam Kupai, two boxes are there. At least what they are selling, they put everything. There are some people, Makam Kupai, Makam Kupai, they'll throw it outside.
Yeah.
No.
There is a cultural and attitude issue. Both of them are there. We need to improvise on that.
I just want to make one point.
We are unfit for democracy.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Shamla, ma'am, please go on.
Yeah, I just wanted to make one point. All over the country, because of the challenges faced by the municipalities and urban local bodies, the number of collection points are actually being reduced, if you notice, because, they are trying to convert various types of, garbage points like, dhalaus in Delhi or other kind of places. They're converting it into something else. And they are advising that it should be done from door to door. And they are reducing. The reason being the municipality, the more number of bins and more number of collection points you have, it becomes a bigger problem for the municipality and the urban local bodies to collect it. So on one hand, you are asking it to be increased. On the other hand, because, just because residents or citizens cannot control themselves. They cannot keep it in their bag, go to their houses, put it in the bin, in their own bin, where they have been asked to separate it as dry waste, weight, and domestic hazardous, and then give it to the waste collector next day. They are not able to do that kind of little bit of discipline. And but you want to increase the number of collection points. You talk to any municipal commissioner or any municipality, they will say that having too many waste collection points is a big problem, and they find it very difficult to make the necessary collection from those points. And like you have pointed out, even though there might be a dry and wet waste, they will try to put mixed waste in both, and then they will look for solutions. So I would say that why should people feel restless? That so when they have been told that if you generate waste, you take it home, and you have 2 bins or 3 bins, put it in that, and give it to the waste collector next day. So why should anybody feel so restless? So that is also a part of the education program.
Shyamla madam. So I am born in Delhi. I am born and brought up also in Delhi. So I know when I was born, the population of Delhi was about 25 lakhs. Now the population is 2 crore of the population of Delhi. And that is why the Yamuna River, where we used to take baths there, now you can't touch the water there. The water is so blackish there. 1/3 of the Delhi is irregular, illegally constructed. So that is a huge problem in Delhi. What to talk of these small things? Of course, maybe time to come things will change. But there is a huge challenges are there, huge challenges. Okay, thank you.
So actually, I want to add one thing into this. So apart from this attitude and awareness, what we are doing, another thing is that there's a gap between the enforcement and the infrastructure. So why the government is not enforcing? There are a lot. 2016 solid waste management law is there. Now they have updated to 2025 solid waste management rule is there. But these bureaucrats are reluctant to enforce it, because when we enforce it, people ask for the infrastructure. So there is a gap between this infrastructure and enforcement. So when we are closing this, then the enforcement will be there. When the enforcement will be there, then this infrastructure will also be there, so that people can be able to make use of it. So that's the one thing we need to, because people are aware of it. So usually, even in our house, we are aware of it. But there is no collection point in and around our area. So that's an open ground. There's an open place. There is no collection bin. So in Chennai, most of the places, there is no collection bin. So there's an open spot where people used to dump. And this corporation used to collect it daily in the morning. They are collecting it, they are removing it. But there is no a bin, so that it is actually put it in the open space. And there is starry dogs or cows usually fed those waste materials are dumped into it. So that has to be regularized. So that's the issue. Actually, the gap between the infrastructure and the reinforcement is the main culprit on this waste management.
And one more request.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yes. Thank you.
I'm placing to the Tamil Nadu Waste Management Forum based on the recent happenings in the TV what I've seen about the disasters. The court is directing the government to make or prepare the SOPs for organizing road shows and meetings and public this thing. The election is approaching. So part of the SOP, waste management should be part of it. And then I'm requesting the Waste Management Forum officials to insist on waste management, and that should be a responsibility of the organizers. And they should be, even after every road show or a general meeting, you see how much waste has been left over. It takes minimum 3 to 4 days to clear that place. I myself, because the recent one in Madurai I've seen, it took almost 3.5 days, 4 days it took for the workers to clean it. So much of waste has been left over after a conference or a political party meeting. So as part of this SOP, which the court has directed, this is the right time that Tamil Nadu Waste Management Forum should also be part of that the SOP committee, and they should give their ideas for managing the waste. I mean, leaving the waste and then managing the waste, and EPR should be introduced. That party who is organizing the committee, they have to be responsible in clearing everything. Then everything will be in the place. Otherwise, they think somebody else is doing it. Why I should bother about it? That's a major thing. So that's my humble request. I think other members also, you can contribute your ideas on this.
Good. Thank you, sir. Good, valid point.
Sir, one more thing. Surejji, the posting, if you want to get for pollution control and waste management, they are high price posting in government bureaucracy. Everybody wants to get itself because the tenders are 100 crore, 200 crore for lifting the wastage. So all this thing, the one will become overnight rich. Those who get this commissioner or other secretaries for this, everybody wants to go for this pollution control and waste management. So no, this type of posting. Ordinary man like you and me cannot get that posting. You need a very highly political person who can compromise with all this thing and do all irregular thing and get a lot of money day-to-day basis. Thank you.
Especially in metros. Yeah.
So actually, waste to wealth is widely realized on this political.
You can't get your posting in pollution board in government.
Yeah.
So you need to be highly political.
Right. So I think we're done for.
Last point I just wanted to add. See, in most of the urban areas, whether it is industrial or residential or commercial, when the town planning is being done, you can see that there is a provision for civic amenities where for school, for hospital, for government offices, or for commercial spaces, parks, and these things. But every area, every road, there must be a provision for the waste collection point where it does not disturb any of the residents around that. Because now what is happening is there is no space allocated for that, and everything is being done in the road. And the person who is living just opposite to the waste collection point right now raises an objection to the municipality and gets that removed. That is why there are no waste collection points, and the corporation or the municipality wants to remove all the waste collection points. But if there is a town planning which is done where there is specific designated places where this can be done, even if it is collected door to door, and if it is done by a smaller vehicle, if it has to be shifted to the larger vehicle, there must be the point where the transfer happens. It cannot happen on the normal road, causing obstruction to the traffic or causing nuisance to the person living opposite to the place where this exchange is happening. There must be a designated place where the town planning has to consider that, and it has to be done in this manner. Only then there is a possibility that we can see. Somebody were mentioning about the infrastructure, enforcement and infrastructure. This is the gap that we have. We do not have budget allocated for any infrastructure to collect the waste. Unless, see, there was a Swachh Bharat movement which has happened, but it is all about reactive. Somebody were mentioning about reactive. But proactiveness has to happen. It has to come from the infrastructure first. So once the infrastructure is built, then the enforcement can happen. Without infrastructure, enforcement can never happen. That is for sure. So the town planning member has to have a major role in this one to have the designated areas for these collection points. Then we can see some enforcement can be done.
Okay, so we come to the conclusion of the session today. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Veerapadmam and Dr. Sridhar Krishnamurthy for having taken the time out to be with us on Sunday morning to share their knowledge and wisdom today.